are going to be recycled, right? Which is wonderful. So we're so proud of you, and we're proud to give you the Jim Leftwoods Memorial Award. Thank you.
The next awardee is Alicia Owens. Alicia is receiving the Dr. A. Memorial Award, as well as the Cora Carey Memorial Award.
I'll make this quick. Dr. A, also long time teacher in this district. He taught art, and he definitely taught everyone. And Alicia exhibits the qualities that he had. I also want to mention, for those of you who knew Dr. A and knew his wife, that Sue passed away this spring, so we're without both of the Andrianases.
Good evening to everyone. My name is Dr. Nettie Webb. I am a retired principal of Lee Jackson School. As a matter of fact, we were very instrumental in having the school named after Lee F. Jackson after his demise, and so we are quite excited about the fact that that happened. I'm also very excited to make this award to Alicia because, come Alicia, I met Alicia because she was a part of the Olympics that is sponsored by the African American men. And not only Alicia, but also, is it Owen? Ethan, the two of them represented Woodlands High School very well. As a matter of fact, it's the first time that they came in second place in that competition. They were incredible, absolutely incredible. I came up here. I am so excited to make this award in presentation because it is in honor of my sister, Cora Carey, who just passed this past February. She was a member of the Greenberg community. She was a teacher and an administrator. She also was on the Board of Education. She was truly a community activist. And I couldn't be more proud to award this to Alicia because in reading her application, she's been very involved. And again, after participating in that Olympics when these young people did such a fabulous job, I know Cora would be very happy that her award is going to you. She has always been very, very excited about young people being involved in the community, working in excellence, and doing the kinds of things that are so important. And Alicia is going to be attending Fordham University, where she will major in finance and marketing. So congratulations. Okay.
The next awardee is Alexa Perez. Alexa is receiving the Dr. Sandra Ross EBC Memorial Award, as well as the Susan Golden Memorial Award.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to the graduating class. Congratulations to you, too. I would like to think that those of us who knew Sandra might be even feeling her presence. We don't often let you know what EBC means, and I'm thinking tonight it needs to be changed to EAC. When Sandra Ross had the inspiration to gather those of us in the community to support young people, we had one African American male in Woodlands High School who took the Regents. And I look out here now and I think, my God, we've come a very long way. It's absolutely amazing for people like you and, of course, the staff and the community who have worked to support diversity. I noticed that you're off to university, and you're probably going to be looking into pediatric ultrasound and pharmacy and health sciences. I'm a British midwife and a British nurse, among other things, so I understand, and so in some way we connect. I wish you all the best, and gathering from your resume, you understand that hard work pays off. So congratulations again, and congratulations to all the graduates. Thank you.
Alexa is also receiving the Susan Golden Memorial Award. Susan Golden also was a long time teacher in this district. She taught math. She taught math to people who thought they couldn't learn, and they did. And she was involved, and she came to every game, and she cooked for people and brought food in, never left her classroom. Truly dedicated staff member here in Greenberg. So Alexa, congratulations.
The next student to receive an award is Marissa Pollitt. Marissa is receiving the Sandy and Lewis Sunderland Memorial Award, as well as the Nanny J. Sorensen Memorial Award.
Thank you. Where do I start with Marissa? She's done so many things in high school. You look at the descriptions of all of the things that she's done. She's an honor student. She's been involved in sports. She's done everything. She's a wonderful student, and she's going to be attending the University of Rochester, all right? And I think she's going to be a star there too, all right? Just a wonderful student, deserves this award, absolutely. So congratulations.
The next awardee is Jamison Stevens. Jamison is receiving the John McLean I Believe Award and the Tim Steinell Memorial Award. We have here today a special appearance by John McLean.
Congratulations. As my former students who are in the audience would probably tell you, I probably don't I probably don't need this, but you're here receiving two awards. The Tim Steinell Memorial Award is dedicated to a Woodlands student who excelled in sports, but also gave back to the community. Likewise, the I Believe Award is for a student who excelled in arts and gave back to the community. And I think that a lot of people would recognize that lessons that you learn in sports and arts are among the most important lessons you learn in school. And so there is an overlap there. I'll just mention briefly the two people that this award should be named for. It's nice that they named it for me, but really it should be the Robert Court and Matt Jackson Award, because Robert Court and Matt Jackson did something that I want you to hear about, just because it really shows what we mean when we talk about having a positive impact on your community. Matt and Robert wrote a play in their spare time. All right? They wrote a play, they cast the play, they directed the play, they produced the play, they got the publicity for the play. They were written up in the New York Times. And they put the play on in a little theater. It was a play about racism called Reverse. And the most important thing about it probably is that they involved more than 50 students in that production. Students who, by and large, had not been involved in theater before. So that shows you what we mean by whether it's sports or it's arts, not just excelling for yourself, but also doing something that has an impact on the larger community. So both of these awards are really about the same kind of thing. When I read your bio, I don't know how you managed to be a high honor roll student from middle school all through high school, given how many hours you put in helping students, working at the pool, working at the community center, working at my brother's keeper. So you really embody what these awards are about, that you not only excel in sports, but that you excel in the more important thing of giving back to the community. Going on to Norfolk State, right? Majoring in business and sports management. Okay. Congratulations.
Indeed, this is an opportunity, and being Lloyd Court, I'll seize that opportunity. I want you to remember one thing, that heights of great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flights, but while their companions slept, they were toiling during the night. That quote is from an American poet, Henry Wordsworth. And I always want you and the rest of recipients to remember that. It goes a far way. So those words made an indelible impression, not on me alone, but on so many. On behalf of two former Woodland High School students, as Mr. McLean had mentioned, that's Matthew Jackson and Robert Court, my son, I would like to extend a heartfelt gratitude for what you have achieved. The achievement starts here and ends nowhere, because the sky is the limit. These young fellows have achieved many heights. Matthew, after giving a play, as Mr. McLean had mentioned, is now a producer, director, and CEO of Jackson Production in LA, California. And my son, Robert, who has a degree in communication, shows professional skills as one of his company's U.S. directors in marketing and in elevating the process of his company. It is my pleasure I present this award to you, and as I said, I am honored, and I look forward to you to be treading on those footpaths. Now you're going to NSU. And the vision of NSU is the same as ours, meaning all graduates from Woodlands or everyone in this room, and also your parents. We have high expectation. That's what NSU's vision is. And I do hope that you take those high expectations and make it higher. Congratulations, Godspeed, wish you all the best.
The next student to receive awards is Treson Belusima, and I hope I got that right. Treson is receiving the William N. Meyer Memorial Award and the Phyllis and William Brown Memorial Award.
Hello, young man. Nice to meet you. I'm Richard Brown. I am a class of 1977 of Woodlands graduate. I'm also one of 4 sons. All of us graduated from Woodlands during the 70s. And it's great to be back at Woodlands. I haven't been back here in a while. It doesn't look too much different. We didn't have fans in the cafeteria or flat screen TVs, certainly, but everything else looks pretty much the same. I'm delighted to be here and representing the family on this occasion. And I also just wanted to thank the Scholarship Fund Committee for recognizing my mother. My mother actually became an ancestor on March 30th. She transitioned, and it was a sad occasion, but she was 94 years old, and she lived a long and great life. My father became an ancestor in 2013, so he's been gone for a bit longer, but both of them were very committed people to the community of the Greenberg community. My mother was a teacher in the school district for many, many years, and my father was very supportive of that, as well as being very active in the community, both as members of the folks who were involved in the WISE program, which of course was established here in 1972, as well as being people who were on the board of the Scholarship Fund. And so very delighted to be represented. I want to thank Ira and also Ms. Jones in reference to inviting me to participate today and for recognizing my mom very quickly after she passed. But I want to talk to you, actually, about your accomplishments and about the work that you've accomplished over the years here at Woodlands High School. I hope that you had as great an experience that I did in my years here. I spent my whole school career in Greenberg. I went to the Warburg School, and I went to Old Juniper Hill was called, now it's Lee F. Jackson. I went to Old Terrytown Road, which is now a condominium, and I also went to Webb, and now it's Office, and I came here at Woodlands in 8th grade. So it was a great career, and I hope that you also had a stellar career here. But what really struck me as it relates to you and the application that I was able to read through is there's some things that you've mentioned in your answers that was really quite striking to me, because it demonstrated to me that you have an interest and a empathy that is so critical in this world, and particularly in these days. You mentioned in your remarks that you wanted to rebuild the trust in medical institutions that marginalized groups have lost, improve public health care, and eliminate the social stigmas that prevent people of color from seeking care. And that is so profound, because we know what's happened in places like Tuskegee over the many years, and that you had actually spent some time and gave that some real thought. And I know there was a situation with your mother that kind of brought to fore, but I think that's a very important observation on your part. And I think in particular my father would have been very proud of that. In addition to that, you've delved into your Creole language and realized that by learning that language and by understanding its importance, you not only learned a new language, you also preserve your culture. And I think we all understand appreciate the importance again in these days of preserving our culture and the importance of saying that we are still here and we are thriving. And so I just want to say thank you and congratulations to you for your work and your thoughts, which I thought were very important. Thank you.
Our next awardee is Isabella Visuet. Isabella is receiving the Harry Grossman Memorial Award, as well as the Ann Gaddy I Am Somebody Memorial Award.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, my name is Malia Walthall. I'm a proud 2018 graduate of Woodlands High School. And I'm also a proud graduate of Morgan State University of 2022. Yes. So I'm so excited and honored to be giving Isabella the Howard Grossman Memorial Award. Isabella is a strong student who is a member of the Spanish Honor Society. She's involved in the community service through the Key Club. Isabella will attend SUNY Binghamton in the fall. Congratulations. She will be majoring in biology, and her goal is to become a physician's assistant. The Howard Grossman Memorial Award awards and honors students who are truly grateful for their community and help their community out in countless ways. And it's given to a student who exhibits strength of character, self-motivation, and belief in hard work. So congratulations, Isabella. Good luck.
Isabella, you're getting another award. You are getting the Ann Gaddy Award. Ann Gaddy was a consummate volunteer at Woodlands High School. In fact, she worked with the guidance department to help students. She also lived in my community, and she made it very inclusive. So I understand, and I think you got this already, the Spanish Honor Society you're a member of, and you do a lot of community service, and that is what Ann Gaddy did. Back in the, I think it's the 80s, when a lot of Japanese students were coming to the United States, she opened her home so she could get them used to the American way of living. And with doing that, she had parties, and she included the neighborhood to come and see them, and they can see the neighborhood and get to understand what's going on in the United States. And I see that you are very involved in the community work, so I just want to thank you, and you mirror Ann Gaddy. She made my community very great, and she made Woodlands High School a pleasant place to be. So thank you.
The next and last, but absolutely not least awardee is Michaela Webb. Michaela is receiving the Nettie Jackson Memorial Award, as well as the Stuart Lippitz Memorial Award.
Michaela, when we interviewed you, you told us so many good things about yourself and the amount of work you did. What I took away from your interview was you were honored for being by a group called Women Who Dared to Be Different, and that was Nettie Jackson. Nettie Jackson, I don't know how many of you are old enough to know Nettie Jackson. She worked in the district. She worked at the Juniper Hill School, which was named for her son later on. Nettie was a consummate advocate for everyone. In fact, she attended so many board meetings. She and I attended board meetings, and she advocated for the employees as well as students. And Michaela, I think you do a lot. I know you did a lot of community service. And when we matched you with Nettie, we said, this is the young lady who would be the person to get the Nettie Jackson Award. And you will be going off, I believe, to SUNY Albany Yes, congratulations.
Michaela, hi. I'm Mel Lippitz. My wife Marion is sitting in the front row there. We're parents of Stuart, who unfortunately passed away when he was only 20 years old. But he was very resourceful and very clever, and I hope that you follow in those footsteps because you're going to need it. And by the way, as I'm speaking, feel free to correct me in my grammar, okay? Because, because you will major in English. Is that, yes, that's wonderful. So, Marion was on the scholarship fund at the time that our son passed away, and she thought that this would be a perfect way, or one of the ways, to keep our son's memory alive. And so we thank you for being one of the recipients, because according to your documents here, you exemplified exactly what our son was all about here in Woodlands. And by the way, for everyone who might know the family, we had all our 4 children go through Woodlands. And we had you're twins too, aren't you, over there? Yeah, I thought so. Our twin girls were the last in the group, and they were graduated. Notice I said were graduated. They didn't graduate. A school graduates you. You don't graduate. But anyway, they were graduated 2nd and 4th in their class. So you come up pretty high. You've been on the Honor Society. You've been president. Now, I'm going to tell you something, and I think it'll also affect everyone who's going to be graduating here. College is going to be a lot different in the way you study and learn than here in the high school. Here, the teachers cared about you. In college, the professors only know you as the person that the teachers know you. They're more aloof. So you have to be very careful. Learn to study in a different way very quickly. Get good grades in your first year. And I'm going to suggest to everyone, do that. And then in your 2nd, 3rd, 4th year, start joining clubs and other committees, because you want to make contacts that you will have throughout your whole life. And you'll see that this will help you in not only your career, but also make lifelong friends as well. And we hope that all of you can do that. All right? So the award is here, and you deserve it. Oh, just one more thing. Gregory said something that made me think of another, what's the word? Well, it doesn't matter. But people say, without further ado. I just want you to know, I just did something with further ado.
Folks, before we finish, there's one or two other things that I want to really remark on quickly, but first I really have to apologize to a member of the fund who I didn't recognize earlier, Natasha McIntosh, who's working. But I think she tricked me because she didn't sit with us, so I want to apologize and wanted to make sure we recognized her. Before the awardees disperse, can you please meet up at the podium so we can take a group photo? Folks, we have some light refreshments in the back. Please help yourselves. As students, we want you guys to keep in touch with us. Let us know how you're doing. Let us know what the fund means to you. As to members of the community, remember to let your friends and family know about the fund. Join the fund. Make donations. Thank you, folks.